As Dora once said, "Swiper, no swiping." Yo guys, Zakaragi here for another episode of Toilet Reviews, where we'll be going over the Curry, Fox 1, and the Happy Fox Day colorway. Now this is a huge move from Curry brand and De'Aaron Fox, so I'm really excited to review these for you guys. But before I do, you guys know the drill. I need you to like and comment. I need this engagement, that way the algorithm sees that and pushes this video out to more people, so go ahead and like and comment. But without further ado, let's get straight into this review. And it's really great to see Curry brand taking a huge step forward like this. It's becoming their own identity and branching off from Under Armour, because this is their first signature athlete's signature shoe. So I'm really happy for De'Aaron Fox, because he definitely deserves it in my opinion, being the player that he is. I mean, if you guys have been watching the NBA for the past couple of seasons and watching the Kings games, oh my god, De'Aaron Fox is an absolute monster in this league, one of the best point guards out right now. And I'm still getting used to seeing all the De'Aaron Fox stuff on the shoes alongside with the Curry branding as well, because when you see on the heel cup right here, we have that Curry Splash logo, and then on the other side of it, we have De'Aaron Fox's signature. And then also on the tongue, there is De'Aaron Fox's logo, which is so damn cool and unique if you ask me, because look at it, it's in the shape of a D, and then they incorporate the fox in there as well, so De'Aaron Fox. That is amazing, very unique. I love whoever made that, shout out to you. But other cool details include the fur on the tongue right here. I'm pretty sure every single colorway has this detail, and then the coolest detail by far has to be the strap itself, because this is supposed to be the foxtail. I love how they incorporated it into the design. It even has this little accent on the tip of the strap right there, which every strap has as far as I can see from every colorway that has been teased so far. I don't know exactly what this print is right here, but it does look pretty cool, and it can also be seen on the back portion of the shoe right here, as well as on the insoles as well. So definitely a really nice touch. But like I mentioned before, this is the Happy Fox Day colorway, which commemorates De'Aaron Fox's birthday, so happy birthday to him. And I really would hope to see that they put out some sort of DBZ inspired colorway, or maybe even a collab, because I know De'Aaron Fox is a really big Dragon Ball Z fan, so that'd be really cool to see Under Armour do that, or Curry brand rather. So if you guys are listening, maybe make that happen for future De'Aaron Fox models, or maybe this one right here, who knows. And for those of you that care, the box that the shoes come with is a standard all black Curry brand box with the De'Aaron Fox branding on it. So this is actually opposite from what Curry brand has been doing thus far, because I noticed since the Curry 8, every single Curry Flow model has had the white Curry brand box, so I like how they distinguish between the two athletes right there. But one thing I wish they included within the packaging would be a thank you card, because I remember when the Curry 1s first came out, they came with a thank you card, and I felt like honored to have the pair, because Steph wrote a little thank you message on it, so it would have been cool if they did the same thing for De'Aaron Fox, but I'm just being picky right here. But these are going to cost you $120 US or 150 Canadian, which isn't too bad in my opinion. But as far as this design goes, honestly, it's not really threading the needle for me. It pretty much looks like a lot of other Curry brand models. They've obviously taken some inspiration from various models, which I'll get into later on in the video, but the coolest part about it is still the strap. Also, one really cool fun fact about these shoes is that Steph Curry actually played in an actual NBA game with these on. I think that is a really cool gesture. Like, look at Curry, man. So inspirational. Now moving along to the outsole right here, and as expected, we have Curry brand / Under Armour's Flow technology. So what this is, it's a foam compound that doubles as the outsole and the midsole to help reduce weight and keep the shoe as light as possible. So there's no rubber on the shoe whatsoever. It's completely made of foam on this bottom half of the shoe right here. So the traction pattern itself is actually the same as the Curry 1 Flowtro, which is actually a shoe that I've noticed De'Aaron Fox wear a lot before getting his Fox 1s right here. So I'm sure they wanted to keep him happy and give him something he's familiar with, instead of testing something different and giving him the same traction pattern as the Curry 1 Flowtro. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely loving this blue flow technology we have going on here, because in the early Curry brand days, there was no color for the flow whatsoever. It was always all white, which was okay at first, but after a little bit it became pretty boring because it didn't allow for more creative colorways to happen because you're always getting a white flow outsole. But nowadays, with the Fox 1s right here, the Curry 12s, they're all coming in with colored flow, which is awesome because all the colorways coming in are so creative and it makes the shoes pop a lot more on court. So when it comes to the cushioning setup, and like I mentioned before, the flow technology doubles as the outsole and the midsole. So the foam compound that flow is your cushion setup, and it doesn't feel like the Curry 11 and 12 because this doesn't have that dual density foam setup that those shoes have. So these feel more like the earlier Curry flow models, so you're gonna get a more stable, more firm setup that's smooth with lots and lots of court feel. You are getting a lot of step-in comfort from the insole right here. This is actually one of the better insoles I've tried on hoop shoes so far, so it does provide some good comfort while it's still fresh and new, but once this thing bottoms out, that's it. You're gonna get straight court feel from the flow technology right here. Okay, so diving into the materials, and it's nothing crazy. We have a textile mesh underlay, and then overlaid on top of that, we do have plastic fused material. Now this plastic fuse does have a felt-like finish to it, which I've never actually seen before on a hoop shoe, so it's definitely an interesting touch right there. Now this is placed in high wear areas for added durability. So moving on to the back part of the shoe, we do have this cracked leather, and it is synthetic as well. And then when it comes to the tongue right here, we do have more of an open-celled mesh, and it does feel quite padded as well, especially towards the top of it. And then the inner padding right here on the interior portion of the shoe, the padding is decent. It's just barely passable in my opinion. But one thing I do want to note is that this collar right here, the way that it points up like this kind of reminds me of the Curry 9, which is why I said this shoe takes inspiration from other Curry shoes. And as far as how these materials feel so far so good honestly. I have no complaints. They feel fairly comfortable. I doubt they'll need any breaking time either. Now I do want to note that these shoes do come with some supported features, so you actually can't see it, but within the midsole right here, these do come with a midfoot shank plate, and then obviously you can see right here this big cup right there. So this is an external heel counter, which is very sturdy, and then also we have an internal heel counter as well, which also feels extra sturdy. And then when it comes to sizing and fit of the Fox 1s, they are more on the snug and narrow side of things, so wide footers should really go a half size up, but try them on in store first if you can. And if you aren't a wide footer, going true to size should also work best. That's what I did, and my only complaint is that I wish I had a tiny bit more space in the toe box area because I don't really like it when my toes are too close to the edge of them, but it is what it is. They still fit me great. But overall guys, I'm super excited for the direction that Curry brand is heading right now. The Fox 1 is a huge step forward, and I'm really excited to see if they're going to have more signature shoes from their line. But comment down below and let me know what you think about these shoes. If you've played in them, great. Comment down below and let me know what you think about them. And we're at that point in the video now, it's time for hashtag Zacharagi, what you're rocking. And for today, I got the Kobe 4 Pro Show right here. These are magnificent. But that is it for today, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.